Hey guys, so today we're going to be looking at the Leetcode problem minimum distance between three equal elements. In this problem, we're given an integer array called nums, and we need to find three distinct indices, I, j, and k, where all three elements are equal. So that means that nums I equals nums j, which equals nums k. And this is called a good tuple. Each good tuple has a distance, which is defined as the absolute difference between I and j, plus the absolute difference between j and k, plus the absolute difference between k and I. And so our goal is to return the minimum possible distance across all good tuples. And if no good tuples exist, we return -1. So let's walk through an example to get a better understanding. Here we have nums equal to the array 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 1. So first, let's identify the good tuples. And remember, a good tuple requires three indices where the values are all the same. So looking at our array, the value 1 appears at indices 0, 2, 4, and 5. The value 2 only appears once, and the value 3 only appears once. So only the value 1 has enough occurrences to form good tuples. Since the value 1 appears at 4 indices, we could form several good tuples from these. For example, we could form a tuple with the indices 0, 2, and 4, or the indices 2, 4, and 5. And we need to figure out which triplet gives us the smallest distance. So let's see what happens when we try to apply the distance formula to one of the triplets we were able to form. If we take the triplet 0, 2, 4 and plug that into our distance formula, we have to sum up the absolute values of 0 minus 2, 2 minus 4, and 4 minus 0. That gets us 2 plus 2 plus 4, which is equal to 8. And so the distance for this triplet would be 8. Now, if we were to apply this formula for every triplet that we're able to form, we'd end up having to make a lot of comparisons in order to figure out which tuple gives us the minimum distance. So let's look at the distance formula more closely and see if we can simplify it. So if we were to sort the three indices so that I is less than j and j is less than k, then the absolute values go away and the formula becomes j minus I plus k minus j plus k minus I. And so if we were to rearrange these indices, we can see that the j indices cancel out because we're subtracting j from j. We can also see that we're adding k 2 times and we're subtracting I 2 times. So we could simplify the formula to 2 times k minus 2 times I, which can be rearranged as 2 times k minus I. And so the distance of any good tuple is simply twice the difference between the largest and smallest index. The middle index doesn't matter at all. So going back to the triplet we looked at earlier that contained 0, 2, and 4, if we plug these into our simplified formula, we get 2 times 4 minus 0, which equals 8. And that's the same answer as before, but it's much simpler to compute. So how can we use this simplified formula to find the minimum distance across all tuples in the array efficiently? Well, first, we can group all the indices by their value using a dictionary. For each value, we store the list of indices where it appears. And since we iterate through the array from left to right, these index lists are automatically sorted in increasing order. Any value that appears fewer than 3 times can't form a good tuple, so we should skip those. But for the remaining values, we want to find 3 indices with the smallest gap between the first and last index. Since the indices are sorted, the tightest grouping of 3 will always be 3 consecutive indices in the list. So we can use a sliding window of size 3 across all of the sorted indices and just compute 2 times the last index minus the first index for each window. And after going through all windows for all values, we can just return the window that has the smallest distance. So let's walk through the algorithm using our example. First, we iterate through the array and group the indices by value. We end up with value 1 mapped to indices 0, 2, 4, and 5, value 2 mapped to a single index 1, and value 3 mapped to a single index 3. Values 2 and 3 have fewer than 3 occurrences, so we skip them. That just leaves us with value 1 with indices 0, 2, 4, and 5. So now we start our sliding window at the first 3 indices, 0, 2, and 4. Their distance is 2 times 4 minus 0, which equals 8, and we store that as our current minimum. Next, we slide the window forward to indices 2, 4, and 5. Their distance is 2 times 5 minus 2, which equals 6. That's less than 8, so we update our minimum to 6. And because there's no more windows to check, we can return 6 as our answer. Now, let's consider the time and space complexity. The time complexity is O of n, where n is the length of nums. We iterate through the array once to build the dictionary, and then iterate through all the stored indices once more to check the sliding windows. Even if we loop over each value's index list, the total number of indices across all lists is just n. The space complexity is also O of n, since in the worst case, every element is unique, and we store all n indices in the dictionary. Now that we have an idea of the algorithm we're going to use, as well as the time and space complexity, let's move on to writing up the solution in Leetcode. So here we are in Leetcode, and I'm going to be coding up this solution in Python. To start, let's create a dictionary that's going to store all of our good tuples. So we can initialize a dictionary tuples. Next, let's go through all of the values in nums, and we can do that using a for loop. Now, we also want to get the index for each value in nums, and to do that, we can write for I num in enumerate nums. So now, I will be our index, and num will be the value at that index. So if num is not in our tuple dictionary, we need to add it. So to do that, we can write tuples at the key num is equal to an array with the index I. Because remember, in this dictionary, we want to store an array of all the indices that have this value. And if we already have the value num in our tuples dictionary, we can just add the current index to its existing array. So we can write else tuples at key num dot append the index I. So after we've gone through all of the values in nums, we'll end up with a dictionary mapping all of the values in nums to the indices at which that value appears. And so now we need to iterate through all of those arrays of indices to find out which triplet of indices in those arrays will give us the minimum distance. So we'll need a variable to store the minimum distance, and we can call that min distance, and we'll initialize it to the maximum integer value that we can get in Python, which is system.maxint. If we find a distance smaller than this value, we'll update it. And so we need the initial value to be as large as possible to guarantee that the value for the minimum distance gets replaced. So now that we have that variable initialized, let's go ahead and iterate through the tuples dictionary. We'll only be looking at the index arrays in this dictionary. So we can write for indices in tuples.values. And remember that we need at least 3 distinct indices in order to form a good tuple. So if the length of the indices is less than 3, it's not possible for us to find a triplet of indices, so we can just continue to the next index array. If we do find an array of indices, though, that has a length greater than 3, then we need to go through it using a sliding window of length 3, calculate the distance for that window of indices, and determine if it's smaller than our current minimum distance. So if our window starts at index I, it will end 2 positions after I, which means that our for loop shouldn't iterate through every index in the array. Instead, it should stop 2 before the end of the array. That way we don't overreach when we're trying to find the index that appears at the end of our sliding window. So our for loop will be for I in range, the length of the indices array, minus 2. And so within this loop, we'll calculate the distance for each sliding window. So we can write distance is equal to 2 times the last index in the window, which will be at indices I plus 2 minus indices I. And again, if we didn't have this minus 2 in our for loop, we would end up going beyond the boundaries of the indices array when we try to get the end of the sliding window. And now that we have our distance, we just need to compare it to the current minimum distance and replace the value for min distance if it is smaller. So to do that, we can write min distance equals min of min distance and distance. And so after we've gone through all of the possible good tuples and computed their distance, we should have the result to return in the minimum distance variable. But we can't simply return min distance, because if we didn't find any index arrays that had a length of 3 or greater, we would never have updated the initial value of minimum distance, and it would still be set to the max int. So if we didn't find any good tuples, the problem states that we have to return -1, which means that if the minimum distance is equal to system.maxint, we should return -1. But if minimum distance was updated, we know that we found at least 1 good tuple. So otherwise, we can return the minimum distance. Now let's run this solution and see if it passes all of the test cases. And we have a syntax error here where I wrote is not instead of not in. So let's run it again. We can see now it passes all of the test cases. Now let's go ahead and submit the problem. And we can see that it's accepted. So there you have it, guys. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like. If you have any questions, you can leave a comment down below. And be sure to subscribe to see more videos like this. Thanks again for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.